win over the Russians. First place in Group B. That came crashing down when the Americans ran into Belarus.
Kaluzny scores!
Now Jack Eichel and his countrymen have to shake it off and try to retake top spot in their group against Denmark. The Latvians had a surprise of their own against the Swiss. Now they take on Germany. Day 8 at the Worlds continues. Away we go. Continuation of Day 8 at the World Hockey Championship. We're going to send you to Prague, the O2 Arena. Germany and Latvia. Game really doesn't configure into the playoffs right now. And the other, this one, United States and Denmark. There's Torrey Krug of the Boston Bruins. And Oliver Borgstrand, the Western Hockey League Player of the Year of the Portland Winterhawks, just came over for Denmark. Big game there. And again, we talked about Germany, Dennis Andres, and Latvia. Kasper Dogovic, who scored the game winner in the overtime win against Switzerland. Again, those teams, they could fear relegation right now. Hi, everybody. Rod Black along with Bob Airy. Welcome back to our World Championship coverage. Canada plays France tomorrow morning, but the big game today is this game for the United States, mostly because we'll see how they bounce back after yesterday's loss, a stunning loss to Belarus.
Yeah, you got to look to their leaders. Who are the leaders that got to help them bounce back in that kind of situation? Is their captain, Matt Hendricks? Or do you look to the defense? You look to Krug. You look to Falk. You look to Seth Jones, who played in this tournament last year. 3 big horses on that blue line that could pull USA to the forefront again.
They won't look to Steve Moses again. Again, the young guy unable to play because of injury. With more on the game from Ostrava, let's join Dennis Bayak and Shane Knighty.
Team USA had its winning streak snapped the other night. Shane, they'll be looking to bounce back. What do they need to do to get back in the win column?
Well, Coach Todd Richards talked about it, said they're disappointed with the loss, but they need to learn from it. He said his team will be better in the next game. A couple of areas he really focused on. He wants them to be more disciplined and their puck management. They're throwing away too many pucks. He wants them to hang on to them, have the confidence to make plays.
Coming into the tournament, lots of questions about Jack Eichel. What have you seen from his game?
I've seen progress, and I think that's the thing you want to see from a young player. He looks a lot more comfortable on the puck. The confidence is there, and he has been dangerous, as his coach said, in the offensive zone when the puck is on his stick.
Offensive punch added for this game for Denmark. Oliver Bjorkstrand of the Portland Winterhawks has made his way to Ostrava, and at least he will start on the same line as his older brother Patrick.
Yeah, he's a good player. We'll watch the brothers Bjorkstrand. This is what the United States has left, Bob. They've got Denmark right now. Then they have Slovenia, Slovakia. So, you know, no for sure wins coming up for Team USA. And we talk about this pool a lot. This group, there's like 5 or 6 teams. Any of these teams could be in or out.
First to 5th or 6th, and that's the way it is right now. This is a tough group, and for Team USA, really, they do have an opportunity to finish first in this B group. So, you know, Jack Eichel, you talk about Shane Knighty talking about they want to possess that puck. Boy, has he been good. But they've been aggressive, and they were knocked back in the last hockey game because they were too aggressive. And then you saw the work behind the U.S. defense, and they have to recognize when can we stand up in the neutral zone, when do we have to turn our heads. Well, if you have the F3 forward high or you have back pressure, backtracking, you can stand up, but if not, you have to get back and recognize you can't be chasing. They have great defense. I mentioned 3 of them in Krug and Jones and Falk, and those guys are leaders. They have to recognize when there's players behind them.
It's crazy in this group. Let's take a look at the standings. Again, Belarus moves on top. You get 3 points for a regulation win. This is where the 3-point games are really cool because figure out how it's going to
vault right up.
Wow, look at Norway in right now. Denmark, desperate. All up. They could be party poopers as well today for the United States. So we'll see in the U.S.-Denmark game. Over to Group A. Well, it's more solidified. Canada, Sweden, Czech Republic, Switzerland. Germany just needs this to keep some kind of pace. And Latvia also just with 2 points. To call that game in Prague, Brian Mudryk and Sean Simpson.
Latvia's never won a medal at the World Championship this year. On the roster, they have no NHL players. However, what they do have is maybe the craziest and loudest fans in the business. Tonight, they take on Germany. A lot of teams come here, and their goal is simple: win a gold medal. For other teams, though, there's a tournament within the tournament.
Simple fact is you don't want to get relegated. First goal is to make the quarterfinals. Second goal, not to get relegated. As we wind down the round robin here, there's 4 teams in danger of that relegation: Germany, Austria, Latvia, and France. And tonight we have a huge game, Latvia against Germany. Both teams in danger of going down. Huge game for both teams, for both nations, for both federations.
Germany also without one of their defensemen in their last game against Sweden. Steven Dashner had that hit to the head. He got 5 in the game. The double IIHF now suspending him for another game, so he's not in the lineup tonight against Latvia.
All right, thank you, boys. Here is that hit from yesterday, Bobby. Steven Dashner, Matthias Ekholm. He just basically almost decapitated the guy.
Yeah, they ruled it interference rule 150. And the panel determines a 1-game suspension. This one here, they determined a hit to the head. Rule 124, checking to the head and neck area. The panel decides a 1 game on that hit to Samela as he is hit hard. And this was the hit today, Blackie.
This was Slovenia's Robert Sabolic and Daniel Svorbic. So, you know, that may be a little more questionable, but I think he's still going to get a 1-game suspension. They really have zero tolerance with any of this stuff.
No, they're calling penalties for slashing goalies' hands. Keep your sticks to yourselves. Keep it clean.
And as we have seen so far, Mr. Harry, penalties are a killer in this tournament. We'll see how it plays out as we continue to set it up.
The 2015 IIHF World Hockey Championship from Prague and Ostrava, Czech Republic is brought to you by...
Well, they'll be well oiled in Prague for the game tonight, I'd say. Yep, Czech Republic shutting out Austria 4-0. The Czechs are turning it on at the right time. And over in Group B, it was Norway hanging in Group B with a win over the winless Slovenians. Now to our 2 games this afternoon. Our starting goaltenders brought to you by Chevrolet. Find new roads.
6'4", Connor Hellebuck. Wow, he's been fantastic so far. 2-0. Sebastian Dam, he's been good as well.
Yeah.
Just been broken down. And there's your man, Edgars.
Love his beard.
I know.
Just love his beard.
It's his playoff beard. He's trying to get in there. I don't know if it's going to work. And Endros, 6 goals against on 15 shots against Canada in that blowout. So
he looks like Captain Obvious, actually.
Captain Obvious?
Yeah, I just thought that. Yeah. And it's obvious he's a great goaltender. When we come back to beautiful Prague, we go Germany and Latvia, United States and Denmark and Ostrava. Enjoy this. We'll see you during the intermissions on day 8 at the Worlds.
USA and Denmark. U.S. trying to get back to the winning track after the loss to Belarus. 3-1 is Team USA. Denmark 0-4. They do have 1 point. That was thanks to a shootout loss. Your referees for this game are Pavel Hodek of the Czech Republic, Konstantin Olenin from Russia, and the linesmen are Rudolf Tosenian of the Czech Republic and Bevan Mills of British Columbia, Canada. And we are underway. Cleared in after it, Anders Lee. Cleared around the boards. Jeremy Morin in on the forecheck. Cleared all the way down the ice, and very quickly we get an icing call against Denmark.
Well, look at the coaches. Todd Richards, the head coach for USA. He's an assistant at Sochi, and it's Jan Carlsen, the head coach of Denmark. It's his 2nd season as the head coach of Denmark. This is Todd Richards' first time as head coach of USA.
Was an assistant coach with the San Jose Sharks with Todd McClellan, who is the coach of the Canadian team. Over in the other pool, they sit at 4-0. They get back into action tomorrow against France. Oliver Lauritsen on the far side as he and Jeremy Morin get a little excited before the puck gets dropped. Of course, you mentioned Todd Richards. You'll get to watch Columbus Blue Jacket draft pick Oliver Bjorkstrand in this game tonight as he makes his World Championship debut. Lauritsen for Nielsen. Nielsen sat out the last game with a minor lower body injury. Is back in the lineup tonight. Steve Moses once again not in the lineup for Team USA. He is out with a lower body injury. Mike Riley, whose dad Mike also was a Montreal draft pick. Long pass up the middle, and this is going to be an icing call against Team USA. So bit of a slow start to this one.
Well, there's a look at Oliver Bjorkstrand. Just came over. Portland eliminated in the Western Hockey League. A fantastic year. 59 games, 63 goals, 118 points. That was first in the WHL. Also playoffs. 17 games, 13 goals, and 25 points.
Shot from the line, kicked away by Connor Hellebuyck. Connor Hellebuyck in goal for USA. Sebastian Dom in nets for Denmark. Dan Sexton carries down the right side, feeds it to the front of the net. Matt Hendricks couldn't get a stick on it. And Norway starts back. It is Patrick Bjorkstrand with the shot to the short side, steered away by Connor Hellebuyck. Hellebuyck's third game. He has allowed 1 goal in each of his first 2 starts. And as a result, sits at 2-0. Dylan Larkin skating it in. Larkin trying to get it back to the blue line. And this misses Brock Nelson. And Hellebuyck will play it off the backboards. Nelson had to get to it quickly as Frederick Storm was storming in on him. Brock Nelson with Jack Eichel and Trevor Lewis to the front of the net, looking for Lewis. Got away as Lewis was checked. Jack Eichel coming off a 2-assist game. In for Trevor Lewis. Back for Eichel. Eichel with that long reach, dishes back. Connor Murphy, who had 4 goals for Arizona this year, blasts that one from the line wide.
Oh, Jack Eichel looking a lot more comfortable as this tournament has gone on. The progress of the young 18-year-old is 3 assists in the tournament, but he looked his best last game, although they lost. Very dangerous when he had the puck. Beautiful setup for a Brock Nelson goal. Has that speed, starting to see why all that talent, and everyone's excited of this upcoming draft with him involved.
Arcobello to take the face-off against Oliver Bjorkstrand. In behind the net, Arcobello on the loose puck, comes near side. Seth Jones tees it up, rifled it wide. Riley trying to hold it in, does. And Jimmy Vesey will play it back in behind the Denmark net. Puck bounces around at the line. Jones holds it in. Riley in from the left side. It gets by him and makes its way all the way down the ice. And this will be an icing call against Denmark.
Well, Todd Richards talked. He wants his team to manage the puck a lot better than they did against Belarus, to hang on to it, to make plays. Good support, come to the puck. BC did a good job at the blue line there supporting his defenseman, and some USA fans in the crowd.
Some of the families of the teams will be arriving in Ostrava this weekend. Some have already made their way here. Kirill Starkov, after it deep into the Team USA zone, couldn't control it. Back for Anders Lee. Anders Lee, the long shot, steered away. Lee trying to get it back to the blue line. That got picked off by Nicholas Hart. Hart squeezes by the check of John Moore. Hart then gets taken down on the far side, and USA will take over. Jeremy Morin trying to get it to the front of the net, does. Unable to get a stick on it was Lee, kept in. Justin Falk plays it around the net. Falk and Torrey Krug have been such a dynamic pair on defense here in the early going for Team USA. Centered up front, deflected away. And Denmark will control. Jakobsen's pass, that was picked off. Matt Hendricks barging his way in, literally barging his way in, but it's called offside.
Well, that's the type of game Hendricks is going to play. Brings a physical element. Paired up as the young centerman with him. Hendricks, the oldest player on the league team at 33. Has Dan Sexton on his line, who played in the KHL, and Dylan Larkin, the Detroit draft pick, up the middle.
Dylan Larkin, 18 years of age. Jack Eichel, 18 years of age. There is some youth on this USA team. Justin Falk slams this in. Cleared around the boards. We sometimes forget how young Justin Falk is, as he has just finished his 4th season with the Carolina Hurricanes. This misses Bjorkstrand. This will be another icing call. Face-off will come back.
Well, Jan Carlson, Denmark 1 point, and they just saw Norway, which is usually their competition here, to stay in this tournament, win another game, and points very valuable, and glad to see Oliver Bjorkstrand come to his team, as offense has been the one thing that has troubled Denmark. They haven't been able to put many. No player has more than 1 goal on their team.
You mentioned Norway's win. With that win, they have avoided relegation. It's now going to come down to Denmark and Slovenia. Shot from the line by Jake Gardner, and Sebastian Dom takes that and hangs onto it.
Well, look at a couple of the youngsters that both these teams are looking to provide some offense. Jack Eichel out of BU, the Hobey Baker winner this past year, and Oliver Bjorkstrand, who led the Western Hockey League in goals and points.
Career-wise in the WHL for Oliver Bjorkstrand, 193 Western Hockey League games played, 290 points. Dropped off at the line. USA on the attack. Zach Redmond plays this down low. Got picked off and right back for Denmark. Spelling across the line, puts on the brakes. Tried to play it low, it got picked off, and Eichel sends it to center. That got picked off. And right back in for Morton Green. USA takes over. Trevor Lewis for Jake Gardner. Back for Trevor Lewis. Lewis, the wrist shot, fired it high and wide. Eichel to the front of the net. That got steered away. Lewis in the battle. Brock Nelson trying to get it back to the blue line. Seth Jones was there, but it got cleared past him. And Paulson gives chase on Mike Riley. And Jack Eichel down low to help out. Starkov closes in on Eichel. Eichel uses that long reach to protect the puck and gets it for Seth Jones and on for Riley. Now back for Jones. Speaking of the Portland Winterhawks, McGrath of the Portland Winterhawks himself cleared around to the front of the net. That got deflected away. Jeremy Morin. Arcabello leaves it. Jimmy Vesey had to bounce off his stick. USA and Denmark. No score here in the opening period. Vesey gets it for Ben Smith. Smith in the slot, tried to feed that cross ice, got picked off. Here comes Nicholas Hart. Hart trying to get back to the front of the net. He was looking for Morten Madsen, and the net comes off the pegs. No score, USA and Denmark here early in the first period.
Well, nice play by Mike Riley right before the break. A 2-on-1 chance for Denmark, and the youngster at the University of Michigan with a nice 2-on-1 defensive play.
Sure was nice for Oliver Bjorkstrand to arrive to see his brother Patrick, and I'm sure nice to play against Seth Jones. They were teammates for 1 season with the Portland Winterhawks.
Also to play in front of what could be his future coach, being a draft pick of the Columbus Blue Jackets, and Todd Richards is the head coach here of USA. There's the play by Mike Riley. Another Columbus pick, has yet to sign, but a great defensive play with his stick.
This game still looking for its first goal. Marcus Lauritsen in from the line. Krug ties him up. Nick Bonino's on the puck. Bonino being watched carefully by Morten Madsen. Denmark to the attack, but a centering pass misses everyone. And all the way back for Sebastian Dom will leave it there for Marcus Lauritsen. Marcus Lauritsen, Oliver Lauritsen brothers. Bjorkstrand brothers in the game. Poulsen brothers in the game. And you have 3 Jensens, and they are not related.
No, there's 2 Jespers, and then there's 1 Nicholas, but yeah, no relations. Look at this young team. You talked about how young. The average age, 24.3. Matt Hendricks, 33, and Eichel and Larkin at 18, the youngest, and majority of them fall closer to around that low 20 mark.
Yeah, you take Matt Hendricks out of the mix. you've really got a young team. But he does have the C on the jersey. Hellebuck down low makes the left pad save as Connor Hellebuck, who has been very good in this tournament, and there was the chance for Bjorkstrand.
Well, Nielsen just a good shot for the point, getting it through. Hellebuck makes a good save, and then Bjorkstrand almost bounces it. What a save by Hellebuck, stretching to his left. Makes one, and then another big save with the left pad.
Connor Hellebuck, great numbers. Lots of games played with the St. John's Ice Caps. And for those AHL fans, the Manitoba Moose will once again roam the American Hockey League as Winnipeg has moved its farm team back to Winnipeg. And yes, they will be called the Manitoba Moose. Cleared around the board. Seth Jones trying to hold this in at the line. Can't. Bounced out at center. Connor Murphy plays it for Dylan Larkin. Larkin chips that through. Hendrick sends it the rest of the way in. Nielsen back with Larkin after him. Storm trying to control, came off a skate and goes by the open side. Sexton in the corner with Oliver Bjorkstrand. They tie each other up and Bjorkstrand up with the puck. Feeds it for Jensen. Jensen, sharp angle chance. And did that go off the crossbar?
I think it may have hit the crossbar. Watching Connor Murphy, a big hit on Jensen after that play as we look at Connor Hellebuck. Jensen just coming from the far side. The shot through, and that did come close. There was some room over that right shoulder, and that goes off the crossbar and up and out of play as Jesper Jensen took a hard hit from Connor Hellebuck after he released that shot, or from Connor Murphy.
Connor Hellebuck is 6'4", so to catch the top corner on him, you really got to get it up top. Cleared out at center ice, no further. Spelling gets tripped up on the play, and the game's first penalty is going to go to Trevor Lewis. Sebastian Dom to the bench for the extra attacker. And Denmark will start the power play. Morton Green for Jakobsen. Jakobsen takes it wide, watched by John Moore. Tied up in the corner, and now it gets touched by Brock Nelson. Play whistle down as Nelson's stick comes flying out of the pile.
Well, it's going to be Trevor Lewis that's going to head to the box for tripping. And it's right at the offensive blue line as play comes up. Spelling trying to protect the puck, and Lewis's stick was in the area when Spelling fell as they'll go to their first shorthanded situation of this game. Gave up their first shorthanded goal last game to Belarus. They've killed 14 of 15 in the tournament.
Denmark 2 power play goals in 13 opportunities. Ben Smith up front with Arcabello on the penalty kill. Arcabello has been very good in the face-off department for Team USA. The Arizona Coyote. Jakobsen leaves for Nielsen, now on for Madsen. Back for Jakobsen. Arcabello was all over him. Chipped in deep, and after it is Morten Madsen. Plays this back to the line. Morton Green for Daniel Nielsen. Near side. Back for Nielsen. Wrist shot, changed directions, went wide. And now it's pitched up and out of play.
I think it's a high stick here. I think Morten Madsen standing in front. Nielsen does a good job dragging to get a shot through to the net. And it hit Madsen's stick. They did call it a high stick, and you can see why he had an argument. Looked well below the height, so face-off will come outside the zone.
Team USA, Slovenia on Sunday, and then Slovakia on Tuesday. Both of those will be 10:15 Eastern time starts. And when you look at the standings, Slovakia sitting with 7 points. Power play to the front of the net. Hellebuck makes the save off of Jensen.
Wow, some speed up the wall and up the middle of the ice. Jensen coming right down the middle, and Spelling gives him a nice feed. It's a little redirect, and Connor Hellebuck does a great job. The puck goes between his arm and his pad, and then does a smart job of just closing up, tucking in, trying to hold everything in front of that goal line.
2014 winner of the Mike Richter Award as the top netminder in college hockey is Connor Hellebuyck. Denmark with 43 seconds now left in the power play. Jensen swings it in behind his own net. Spelling sends it ahead. There's the shot by Patrick Bjorkstrand. That's off a stick and high. Storm is after it. Storm plays this back for Spelling. Near side for Jensen. Jensen walks in, doesn't shoot it, and his pass back was deflected away by Arcobello. Quickly ahead for Patrick Bjorkstrand. Pulls up on the far side boards. Dying seconds of the power play. Scoreless game. Jensen trying to work it to the front of the net. Stripped of the puck. Back for Dylan Larkin. Larkin with some speed. Takes it to the net. Rebound. And Hendricks. And that got blocked. Great poke check by Sebastian Dom.
What speed by Larkin, and then Jesper B. Jensen with a great defensive play as Hendricks tried to find the open net.
Jensen leaves for Jakobsen. Lorentzen sends it on that right side for Nicholas Hart. Back to the front of the net. And big Madsen got knocked down before he could get a stick on that. Hellebuyck plays it for Justin Falk and on for Torrey Krug. Krug for Trevor Lewis. Lewis will send this out to the center ice area, and this is going to be called a glove pass.
Well, look at Jensen. Loses the puck in his feet, does a good job kicking it forward, and then Dylan Larkin just takes off. Speed up the side, Jesper B. Jensen, he goes around him, tries to cut to the net. Dom with a good poke check, and here's the play by Jensen, the defenseman, as Hendricks trying to find the angle to put the puck in, and a nice block by Jensen.
Eichel across the line, lets the wrist shot go wide. Brock Nelson takes it on the far side, back for Eichel. Eichel trying to find Brock Nelson, intercepted, and Denmark clears. Storm after it along with Mike Riley. And Riley will take it behind his own net. Dishes it off for John Moore. And Moore has to be careful with it. For Riley, on for Trevor Lewis. Eichel was headed to the front of the net. Nielsen takes Eichel to the backboards hard. Trevor Lewis is on the loose puck. Trevor Lewis of the Los Angeles Kings trying to get it for Riley. Riley off the sideboards. In there first, though, was Kirill Starkov. And he'll clear it down, and Hellebuyck has to be careful with that. Connor Hellebuyck, who will turn 22 on May 19th. Moore for Zach Redmond. What a story Zach Redmond is after the incident in Carolina when he was with the Winnipeg Jets. Here's a shot that went wide as Gardner let that one fly. Very serious leg cut for Zach Redmond. Shot by Gardner off the backboards to the front of the net. Stolen in front by Bonino. And now jumping on it is Sebastian Dom. And Dom will hang on to it. Scoreless here in period number 1. U.S. and Denmark. Denmark still looking for its first win.
Well, the last time these two teams met in 2010, Denmark did win an overtime win.
Team USA off to the good start this year at 3-0. And Denmark, we've talked about this before, will host the World Championships in 2018. So a lot of what you see from this Denmark Federation will be building for that. Vesey gets it back to the line. Connor Murphy through some traffic. That was deflected in front by Smith and went wide. Another sold-out crowd here in Ostrava, and they've got the wave going. Connor Murphy jumping in from the line, deflected away from him. Patrick Bjorkstrand's pass, that was gobbled up by Arcobello. For John Moore, nice move by Moore. Skates it into the Denmark zone, couldn't get the shot away. And now a hooking penalty. Nope, slashing is going to be the call.
Well, good job by John Moore, just jumping up into the play. A couple nice moves from the defenseman. And their first power play here for the U.S. And it's going to be Oliver Bjorkstrand that's going to go to the penalty box as he slashes at Moore, just as Moore trying to get the shot away. So Oliver Bjorkstrand in the penalty box, USA to the power play. Their power play 2 for 15 in the tournament.
Eichel starts the power play at center. Nelson and Lewis with him. Falk and Krug on the points. Krug with 2 goals and 5 points in this tournament. Eichel for Krug. Wrist shot, glove save, Dom.
Well, Torrey Krug having a great tournament. He does have both the goals for the U.S. on the power play. Second in D scoring with 5 points, tied for the lead here with Brock Nelson. And everything works off Jack Eichel's side. He's the one who found Krug last game. That little seam pass, Krug with a snapshot to the glove side.
His 14th shot of the tournament. He leads the USA team in shots on goal. Nelson back for Krug. Up top finds Falk, and Sebastian Dahm makes the save. Eichel tracks that down before Madsen could clear it. Back for Falk and back for Eichel. Cross ice looking for Krug, and that got cleared away as Jakobsen sends it down the ice. Justin Falk. Drop pass. Lewis in for Eichel and back for Lewis, but just beyond his reach. Eichel in for Krug. Krug chases the rebound. Latvia has opened the scoring on Germany. 1-0 over in Prague. Connor Hellebuyck will leave it for the smooth skating Mike Riley. And Riley will drop for Arcobello. Nick Bonino got stopped at the line. And Oliver Lauritsen will hammer it down the ice.
Well, Denmark doing a good job on this power play, not allowing that easy entry for the U.S.
Riley look for the drop pass, finally gets it to Arcobello. Arcobello for Bonino. Save made by Dom.
Oh, a quick play by Bonino. Nice rush up the ice as Riley drops this for Arcobello. He just gives a little shovel pass to Bonino, a little toe drag shot, and Sebastian Dahm comes up with his toughest test here on the power play.
15 seconds left in the man advantage. Jensen. That would be Jesper B. Jensen. Sending it ahead for Madsen. Madsen's long shot steered away by Hellebuyck. And Niklas Jensen. For Lauritsen. Power play is over. And Seth Jones will go back for it. Seth Jones averaging 23 minutes and 8 seconds of ice time per game. And he leads Team USA in that category. Riley sends this in. And therefore it is Madsen. Madsen puts it right onto the stick of the defenseman Moore. Moore tried to play it to the front of the net. It got blocked. Tracked down now by Dylan Larkin. And that quick shot got blocked.
Well, good play by Larkin, just circling up. Denmark really collapsing into that area right in front of their netminder. All 5 guys not allowing the U.S. to the middle of the ice. There's a look at Steve Moses. Who had a great first game for USA, a goal and an assist, got injured in the game against Norway, played the next game, and then has been out the last 2 with a lower body injury.
USA does have a roster spot available. And whether that will get filled or not remains to be seen. Cleared cross ice, and here comes Dan Sexton for Connor Murphy. Back for it, Lauritsen. Swings it, or rather Christensen swings it around the boards, but kept in at the blue line. Back for it, Jakobsen. Kept in at the left point by Moore. And now Storm closes in on him, high in the air, and Jakobsen comes up with it. He goes down. On the puck is Connor Murphy, and Murphy will rattle it right back in. U.S. on a line change. Brock Nelson got squeezed out in behind the net, and now Nelson mixes it up there with Christensen. Storm in on Justin Falk. Falk gets a piece of him. Sharp angle chance there for Morton Green, couldn't fire it. And Jensen back into his own zone. Christensen, and now Nelson and Christensen come together again, and Christensen is going to get a high sticking penalty.
Well, this battle started way back, and the two of them keep going, and now Nelson takes the high stick. They're going to see if he's bleeding at all, and it'll be a 2-minute penalty to Christensen. Will head to the box, and U.S. will have their second chance on the power play. Nelson came in with a hit, and as he does, the stick comes up with Christensen catching Nelson high in the face.
USA lost in the quarterfinals last year after going 5-2 in the preliminary round. Lost to the Czech Republic. Czech Republic, the host team, winning again this afternoon. Power play for Team USA. Arcabello, Falk, Krug, Falk, slap shot, blocked in front. Where is it? And that went up into the netting, and they're going to say this one clean out. And the faceoff's going to come outside the line.
Well, just a one-timer from Justin Falk to the front of the net. And actually it goes off Bonino's stick and up and out of play as he tries to direct that probably down more than up. Nick Bonino, the Vancouver Canucks, traded there from the Vancouver Canucks, traded from Anaheim. Strong season for him, 39 points.
Went from San Jose to Anaheim for Travis Moan and Kent Huskins. And Huskins is now playing in the American Hockey League for Utica, and we'll get back to that story in a second. Krug dishes off for Arcabello. Arcabello fires to the short side, save made by Dom, and cleared. Utica and Oklahoma City. Playoff action in the American Hockey League last night went to quadruple overtime. And Kent Huskins is part of that Utica team. It was Curtis Hamilton who got the winner for Oklahoma City 16 seconds into the fourth overtime period. And they had their game 2 today at 5 o'clock Mountain Time.
Wow. Some exhausted players on that team. And you mentioned Huskins and Moen, played with both of them.
Across the line for Eichel. Stopped at center ice. Riley is on it. In across for Trevor Lewis. Slap shot, and that got deflected away. Anaheim, you played with them both?
Both of them in Anaheim. So right now, though, Denmark, you got to give them credit. They're not allowing the USA much here at all, as the U.S. forcing some plays. They're not getting through that Denmark defense.
Jones drops for Eichel, and right there again, Jakobsen standing up at the line. Trevor Lewis follows up. Lewis for Brock Nelson off his stick. Grabbed off by Morton Madsen, the 6'3", 28-year-old. Plays it for Lauritsen. Back for Madsen, power play over. To the front of the net goes Jensen. And he was all tied up by Seth Jones. No score, Denmark and USA. Dennis Bayak and Shane Knighty here in Ostrava. As the first period winds down, Morton Green for Storm. Storm drives it to the net. And Hellebuck got the right pad down. Is there time for one more rush? Sexton took a quick look up at the clock and now lets the wrister go, and grabbed and held by Sebastian Dom.
Well, Frederick Storm had a chance spelling up to Morton Green. Over to Storm. Sexton falls on the play. Storm takes it to the net. Green has a chance. He can't corral it as it's in his feet, and the U.S. takes it away and gets it down. It's been a good period here for Denmark. They want to keep it close as long as they can. Green can't believe he get a late period goal.
Connor Murphy to the front of the net. Dylan Larkin was there. Second attempt did get through. Larkin at the buzzer rips it to the short side, and Sebastian Dom had to be alert with that. So the first period comes to an end. Action at both ends, but it's scoreless. USA 0 for 2 on the power play as we get ready to start period number 2.
Well, they outshot 9-6 Denmark in that first period. Not a lot of opportunities, a couple, and Julian Jakobsen led the way for Denmark in ice time. He played 7:30, and it was Justin Falk playing 7:35. He had 10 shifts along with Torrey Krug of USA.
Jakobsen also won 7 of 11 faceoffs, so he was kind of the star for Denmark in that opening period. You mentioned shifts. If you add up the shifts in the opening period, there was 10 for Krug and 10 for Falk. In the tournament, Krug has 138 shifts. Falk has 137 shifts, followed by Seth Jones at 134. So there's the guys that are driving the bus for Team USA from the back end. Draw won by Team USA, shot by John Moore, didn't get through. Moore goes after it to the front of a net. Bonino fanned on it. Seth Jones is on it. Back for Bonino. Spins it down low. Jeremy Moore going after it. Gets it away from him and cleared back. And John Moore had this skip past him. Green goes in after it. Green gets tied up in the corner with Seth Jones. Morten Madsen is in there to help out. Gets away from him. Kept in at the line by Christensen. He'll get it for Nielsen. Nielsen's shot goes wide. Madsen leaves it behind the net, and it's taken there by Team USA, John Moore. Up for Jones and on for Anders Lee. Jensen swings it around the boards. Krug hustling to the near side. Bjorkstrand is there. That's Oliver Bjorkstrand. Nice lead pass for Jensen. Jensen shot blocked by Falk. And Dan Sexton is on the loose puck.
Oh, good play by Falk. Just keeping that stick on the puck. Didn't allow the shot through.
Matt Hendricks sends it in. Jensen trying to get that for Bjorkstrand. Falk breaks it up at the line. His shot got blocked. And there's a quick up now for Oliver Bjorkstrand. Bjorkstrand in on goal, fires, and that's off the mask, I think, of Connor Hellebuck.
A little example of why he scored so many goals in the Western Hockey League. Gets the feed from his brother. A little backhand play. He's off. Torrey Krug trying to cut him. Bjorkstrand just cuts back. Quick release, and it's off the helmet of Hellebuck and up and out of play. Krug may have got a piece of that, too, to help elevate that puck, as Hellebuck seems to be all right. But the Bjorkstrand brothers connecting.
Their dad, a former coach at the university, or captain rather, at the University of Maine. Chance now for Jones, for Lewis. Save made by Dom. Riley, penalty now coming up. And it's going to go to USA.
I think it's going to be Trevor Lewis, his second penalty of the game, and he's going to get an interference call. He has the chance off Seth Jones. Feeds him quick shot to the net. And he pushes Morton Green's stick. And that's the penalty. So a Denmark power plays. It's interference on Trevor Lewis. Denmark 0 for 1 in this game.
Nicholas Hart. There's his point totals. Connor Murphy, as Arcabello wins another face-off, and this gets cleared all the way down, and Sebastian Dom 0-2, a goals against average of 4.00 in this tournament. We'll leave it for Daniel Nielsen. Nielsen lead pass, Jakobsen for Madsen, plays it around. Green tracks it down near side. Green plays some give and go. Watched by Arcabello. Back in for Madsen, and now back for Green. Nielsen for Green. Back for Nielsen, down for Jakobsen. Looking in the slot for Hart, it comes to Green. Green playing keep away from Arcabello. Hart back to the line, Jakobsen the blast, and Connor Hellebuck with another save.
Well, Hellebuck does a good job making the stop on this, tracking it through traffic as Denmark a little play to the middle of the ice to Nicholas Hart. He just sends it back to Jakobsen, the shot, and a good job Connor Murphy boxing out, gets a hold of Madsen's stick so he can't get it in for a redirect in the shot lane, and Hellebuck able to see that puck all the way and make the glove save.
So a couple of Winnipeg Jets netminders in action. Andre Pavlik over in Prague earlier today, picking up a shutout. And Connor Hellebuck with a real good save there. Spelling on the power play. Turned it over to Torrey Krug. Matt Hendricks after it is full. Bjorkstrand. Frederick Bjorkstrand back to the line. Spelling in for Jensen. Jensen for Bjorkstrand, in for Oliver Bjorkstrand in the slot. And the pass wasn't taped to tape and he couldn't handle it. Here comes Dylan Larkin shorthanded. And a stop there for Sebastian Dahm. Back for Bjorkstrand, rubbed out, knocked down by Moore. Jensen's on the puck. Oliver Bjorkstrand makes his way to the front of the net, now backs out to the slot. But the puck is picked up by Connor Murphy, cleared at center. Here comes Trevor Lewis out of the box, has Nelson alone. And Sebastian Dahm shuts that down. And right back for Denmark. Bjorkstrand tees it up. And Hellebuck the save.
Well, they trade chances at both ends as another play by the youngster. And Dylan Larkin, I like the way this kid can play. He's come in, real smart player, two-way and explosive speed. This time he takes off down the far side, tries to find some room short side shelf. The right shoulder of Dahm able to make the save.
Denmark is 0-4, and in this, their 5th game, I think this is the most wide open that they have played. They've been willing to trade some chances, and it's been a fairly wide open game and an entertaining game here in Ostrava. Riley getting there first though was Frederick Storm. Storm trying to dangle Riley, does, gets it back to the line for Lawrence, and Hellebuck another save. Gardner checks over his right shoulder and sees Riley there and gets it to him. Bonino leaves for Lee. Lee to the front of the net, save! And Sebastian Dahm, for a split second, wasn't sure where that was.
Well, it was a good middle lane drive by Nick Bonino, just driving back the defense. Morin was crashing in, and Anders Lee just a shot from the outside. I think he's looking for the redirect here. Bonino stick can't get to it, and it's almost like Dahm's stick kind of elevated that puck. I mentioned for a second he had to look at it. It's Anders Lee and Nick Bonino. Lee coming off a terrific season with the New York Islanders, 25 goals.
Falk dishes off, twisting and turning is Trevor Lewis. Nelson back for Lewis, just beyond his reach. And Nicholas Hart squeezes his way into the Team USA zone, but Torrey Krug is first man back for the puck. Straight up the ice for Team USA. Eichel looking for Nelson, back for Eichel, in for Falk, and it came off a skate to the side of the net. Flipped high up in the air, and Morten Madsen just getting it out of harm's way. And now a collision at center. Lewis is down. Appears to be okay, and play is stopped.
Oh, Lewis is just trying to catch that high pop fly as it was flipped in the air. Trevor Lewis has had himself a very good tournament here, playing along Eichel and Brock Nelson. 2 goals, 2 assists, 4 points in the tournament for Trevor Lewis, the 2-time Stanley Cup winner with the LA Kings.
We mentioned the loss in the quarterfinals to the Czech Republic last year. Returning players are Jones, Murphy, Gardner, Nelson, and Hellebuck. Although Hellebuck did not play last year. Here's Bjorkstrand busting through again. Oliver Bjorkstrand tried to send that back. It got intercepted. Hellebuck in behind his own net. And he'll slide that for Connor Murphy. Ben Smith across the line. Ben Smith leaves for Jimmy Vesey. VC takes this around the net. For Seth Jones. For Connor Murphy. Shot change directions! And Dom down, clears, and the loose puck grabbed off by Bjorkstrand. Patrick Bjorkstrand sends it in, goes to the backboards hard with Connor Murphy. And Murphy has the puck.
I think Arcabello just couldn't get to the rebound. The puck was sitting just on top of the crease.
Jones, the lead pass. Dan Sexton with a little bit of room. Big Oliver Lordson squeezes him out. He'll dish it off. Dylan Larkin up in the high slot through traffic, and that one whistled wide. Larkin bats this down, and Daniel Nielsen clears it out. Larkin backs it down one more time. Larkin for Sexton, and he was looking for the little tip from Larkin. It was beyond his reach. Spelling just lets this go back into the Team USA zone, and icing is the call against Denmark.
Well, a little more pressure here from USA. They've had a couple chances. Connor Murphy just throwing this towards the net. In front is Ben Smith. There's the rebound. He can't get to it. Neither can Arcabello. Real good defensive play by Mats Bodker. There's Dom with the save. Arcabello trying to get at that rebound. Mats Bodker, the brother of Mikkel Bodker of the Arizona Coyotes, someone who I'm sure Denmark would love to have in their lineup.
Mats Bodker, this is his 54th World Championship game. He leads Denmark in average ice time at 23:17 a game coming into this game tonight.
Also would give them another set of brothers on Denmark.
It would. Here comes Spelling. In on Krug. Krug forces him wide. No score, USA and Denmark. Anders Lee carries in. He got forced to the near side boards by Jensen. Came to the front of the net. And Sebastian Dom spotted it. And Dom jumps on it and holds on. 12:19 left to go in the second. Face off in the Denmark zone. 1 point in the tournament for Denmark. It came in a shootout loss to Slovakia. That was a game that had the wild third period. Dom bounces around in front. Brock Nelson trying to take it around on the wraparound. Scores! Brock Nelson opens the scoring in the game. And for Brock Nelson, his 4th of the tournament.
Well, Nelson's a scoring leader for this team, and he just adds to it here. A great play, heads-up play on the wraparound, realizing no room on the short side. Just a shot from the outside. Nelson takes it, gets the rebound as it pops out of the pile, and then he takes it around as Dom out of the position to his right. As Brock Nelson gets the opening goal here. Good job by Eichel in front as Dom tried to cover that to get the puck free, and Nelson slides it across the goal line on the wraparound.
Might have got a little bit of help from the stick of Jesper B. Jensen. So Team USA opens the scoring in this one. 3rd time in 5 games that they have scored the game's first goal. Bjorkstrand pitches this in on the backhand. The older brother goes in after it. Jensen between the two Bjorkstrands is the line for Denmark. Stolen by Jimmy Vesey. Vesey gets it cross ice. Vesey on the rebound. And a save made by Sebastian Dom off of Jimmy Vesey. Vesey trying to hold it in. He does. And now it will be cleared by Denmark. Jensen, the long blast in on Hellebuck, steered away. Bjorkstrand to the near side with Arcabello. And Vesey is on the loose puck.
Well, U.S. a lot quicker right now in their game, in their play. Shots to the net, and it's been the rebounds where they've gotten their opportunities.
Jimmy Vesey with a brother, Nolan, who is a Toronto draft pick, coming off his first year at the University of Maine. Dad Jimmy played briefly in the NHL. Dylan Larkin, 15 overall by Detroit. Stopped at center by Daniel Nielsen, and Nielsen will send it back in. Murphy for Larkin. Pressure coming, dishes off to Matt Hendricks. Hendricks long slap shot, blasted it wide. Connor Murphy. Far side, no room there for Sexton as he got taken down. And this is going to be an icing call against Denmark.
Well, Sebastian Dom's coming up with some big saves. This is a play. VC with speed over to Smith. Smith just gets this to the net. Rebound as VC drives through, and the backhand chance. And Dom, I'm not sure if he even knew he made the second save. Makes the first one. VC a good job getting around the defenseman Vodker to get to the rebound.
Dom in his junior years did spend some time in the OHL. Spent a year in Syracuse of the American Hockey League. Chance down that right side, quick shot, that went wide. Played around the boards. Trevor Lewis with 2 goals in this tournament. Had the chance off that right side. Nelson back for Lewis. Looking back for Brock Nelson. And Nelson's drop pass picked off by Madsen. Morton Madsen straight up the ice across the line. Madsen watched by Riley. Pile up in the corner. And Team USA turns it up ice. 18-year-old Jack Eichel tried to get it to Brock Nelson, lost his footing, and down he went. Back for Jakobsen. Jakobsen drops it in the slot. Quick shot from Nicholas Hart went wide. Jensen plays this back to the line. Wrist shot from Christensen, that went wide. And Christensen will track this down at center.
Well, that's where US has to be careful. Nelson with a turnover just inside the offensive blue line, and Denmark on the odd man rush.
21-year-old Mike Riley, that lead pass, it got picked off. Back in for Nicholas Hart, redirect there by Patrick Bjorkstrand, and deflected and stopped by Connor Hellebuck. Christensen quickly out to center, but quickly on it is Lee for Bonino. Bonino drops it for Krug, spin around by Krug. Tried to get that to the front of the net, could not. Break now for Bjorkstrand, and getting back was Justin Falk.
Well, there's the speed of the U.S. defense, the mobility as Falk gets back.
Lee into the slot. Chance now. Sexton tried to get that down low. Or Morin rather, back to the line, slap shot, and that went off the leg and wide. Morin in front of the net and didn't see it. Some room now. Storm in across the line. Storm for Bjorkstrand. And what a chance, and Hellebuck get a piece of that.
Wow, the youngster Oliver Bjorkstrand, a great chance, and he can't find the back of the net. There's a look at his brother Patrick. A quick play by Hart to the net, the redirect earlier by Patrick Bjorkstrand. Hellebuck comes up with a big save, and this time it's a headband pass. Justin Falk gets back. Great job getting position in the stick to knock it away from Oliver Bjorkstrand. And then this time, Frederick Storm down the wall, 2-on-1 play, has Bjorkstrand all alone in front, and he just puts it wide.
He doesn't miss many of those. Daniel Nielsen sails this one wide. Lauritsen snaps it off the backboards. Nielsen trying to hold it in. 1-0 USA on a goal by Brock Nelson. Jeremy Morin keeping an eye. Did not come back to the line, and now Krug is on it. And Krug with pressure coming will just lift this back into the Denmark zone. Daniel Nielsen in his 60th World Championship game. Captain of the Herning team of the Danish League. And that'll be one of the cities for the 2018 championship. Dangerous puck around the USA net. Cleared back, and back forward is Jensen. For Christensen, the quick lead pass for Nicholas Hart. Hart inside the line. He got stopped by Ben Smith. Right back for Dylan Larkin. Off that offside, quick shot, rebound! Couple of saves by Sebastian Dom, and he holds on. Ben Smith trying to make this a 2-0 game, no luck. 1-0 USA with the lead. Remaining for USA, Slovenia and Slovakia. You look at the standings right now, and it is 7 points for Slovakia, 6 points for Norway. And Slovakia has a tough schedule down the stretch. Finland, Russia, and USA.
Well, and although we're in the Czech Republic, this is like their home building here, being not far in Ostrava from the Slovakian border.
Our opening game tomorrow, Russia and Belarus. And that will be an early start. 12:15 local time here. So 6:15 Eastern time. Icing is called.
Oh, look at Oliver Bjorkstrand. 3 shots tonight. He's had his chances. Hellebuyck robbed them early in the first period. Almost on a breakaway, but a great defensive play by Justin Falk as he gets back, and then his best opportunity off a feed from Frederick Storm, and he puts that feed just wide of the post.
For Denmark, it may come down to their final game against Slovenia. Shot from the line, that's off a stick and out of play as Brock Nelson, the goal scorer in this game, let that one go. Here's Oliver Bjorkstrand.
Well, he's one of the young stars here for Denmark. I mentioned they're going to be hosting in 2018 guys like Nick Ehlers, Mikkel Bodker we mentioned, Jannik Hansen, as of Jan Carlson is the coach. He'll hope a lot of those guys will be available, but a lot of them may be in the NHL and hopefully still in playoffs.
Yes, and there's been more of an effect on that this year. That's why we've seen so many players added after this tournament got going. This is the earliest the World Championships have started. May 1st was the opening game. Next year in Russia, May 6th is opening day, and it will go until the 22nd. Nelson sends it down for Riley. Riley circles the net. Riley in for Nelson, and he shot it wide with Sebastian Dom scrambling to get back. Nelson, and this is mishandled at the line by Jones. It's almost like the USA was on a power play that shift.
I don't know how Brock Nelson missed that, misfired on that puck.
Jones for Lewis. For Nelson, and now for Eichel. Eichel tried to get it to the net. Nelson follows up. Brock Nelson back for Seth Jones. Now for Eichel. And for Nelson, nice little redirect with his skate for Riley. Right now, Team USA is just, it's like they've got it on a string.
Well, they're doing a great job, just player exchange, coming to the puck, guys rotating. And good puck support, good puck management is what Todd Richards wanted to see. And Brock Nelson, what an opportunity for him off a great play by young Mike Riley. Riley comes in, doesn't go for the wraparound, but gets everybody to bite, collapse, and Nelson wide open. Sebastian Dom way out of the net. And Nelson, oh, it is a save, so a good save by Dom as he gets his right pad back just in time. Top half of the net was open.
What a scoring chance. Great play by young Riley into the catching glove of Sebastian Dom from Jeremy Morin.
Well, Sebastian Dom plays in the Danish League, and right now he is the difference. It has been all US as USA is taking it up a gear here against Denmark.
Mentioned Mike Riley, an RBC championship with the Penticton Vs. And this year's RBC championship starts on the weekend in Portage La Prairie, Manitoba. Final will be on TSN. In the corner, it is Lauritsen tying up Morin. Sent around the boards, bouncing puck, kept in at the line. Nope. Nicholas Hart, lead pass. Madsen back for Hart. And coming across was Zach Redmond and got a stick in that shooting lane. Nicholas Hart at the line. Jensen takes it wide, centers. Hart, the shot off a skate to the corner. First on the puck is the defenseman Jensen, but then he's stopped and grabbed off by Anders Lee. Lee for Redmond. Redmond skates in, fires, Dom the save. Redmond after the rebound. And now he'll head to the bench on the change.
Well, good defensive play by Redmond, much like Falk, just getting back to the play. They back-checked well tonight, the U.S. better, and Todd Richards has liked the way his team's defended, and a little more urgency now coming back into their own end.
Jensen trying to gain some speed for Oliver Bjorkstrand. He tried to get it back for Jensen. Picked off, and here comes Justin Falk. Falk's shot got blocked. Rebound. Down low it goes for Arcabello. Arcabello trying to get that back to Jimmy Vesey. And it comes out at center. Krug for Vesey. Arcabello trying to get that pass from Smith. It's back for Smith. Now to Arcabello. Shot from a slot by Vesey got blocked. And the jumping starts in the building.
Oh, the boot's shaking.
It is. Centered back to the line for Moore. Moore lets it go. Save on the short side by Dom. Arcabello sends it for Sexton. Sexton gets it back to that far side. And the shot by John Moore off a leg wide. In from the line is Connor Murphy. Snapped off the boards by Christensen. Murphy holds it in. It has been all USA the last 3-4 shifts.
Well, it was a great play by Dylan Larkin across the ice. And right now, it is all U.S. 13-5, they're out shooting Denmark in this second period. And Jan Carlson can't like what he's seen here. First period a lot better for Denmark. And right now, the USA doing a great job of supporting the puck in the offensive zone. Guys coming to the open areas, getting open, giving someone relief.
Slap shot from the line by Riley off a couple of legs in front. Dylan Larkin plays it down low. Back for Jones. And that shot got blocked as Oliver Bjorkstrand got in front of it. Here comes Bjorkstrand. Feeds it to the front of the net, and Seth Jones gets back. And a great stick there by Jones as that was headed for Jesper Jensen.
Well, keyword great stick. And it's the stick checks that USA has done really well. Jones, the shot's blocked. They're off to the races. Quick transition, and Oliver Bjorkstrand trying to find that backdoor play to Jensen. And a good back check by Seth Jones, getting back into the play, getting the stick in the passing lane. And was able to deflect that out of play and break up that opportunity.
It's like Coach Jan Carlson said, all right, we've got some more offense in the game tonight. And we're going to see if we can score some goals. Well, so far they haven't, but they've certainly had some chances.
Well, the game against Finland, when they were losing, they just continued to sit back. And you're right, tonight a little bit more offensive-minded from Denmark.
Krug in for Todd, or rather, Brock Nelson. He has the only goal in this game. It was unassisted. Daniel Nielsen behind his own net. And play is whistled down as...
I think one of the advertising peeled off the boards a little piece, so rather than just pick it up, he's going to blow the whistle and pick it up. And bring a face-off. Look at Daniel Nielsen. Back in after missing last game because of injury. Scored a big goal in that opening game against Slovakia.
There's Jack Eichel, who at 14 years of age, Eichel played 3 games of junior hockey with the Boston Junior Bruins. And there was plenty of 18 and 19 and even the odd 20-year-olds in that league. So he got to play with some older guys right off the get-go.
Well, and he's going to get used to it because chances are we may see him in the NHL next year. Not may, probably will see him in the NHL next year. Dominant performance at Boston University.
Eichel in across the line. Eichel got taken down by Nielsen. I mean, speculation certainly is that he will be a Buffalo Sabre.
Yep.
Oliver Lordson stepped into his man on the far side. Trevor Lewis leaves it there. Carried across by Nelson. In for Eichel. Back for Brock Nelson. Tees it up, doesn't shoot it. For Jones, trying to find a shooting lane, does. And Sebastian Dom makes the save.
Well, Jones does a good job coming to the puck, gives Brock Nelson that out he needs. And talk about young players, Seth Jones, certainly still young and just developing, only 20 years of age. Already played over 14 minutes of ice.
8 goals and 27 points with the Nashville Predators. For Seth Jones, had a couple of power play goals, had a shorthanded goal. Denmark controls off the face-off. Jensen trying to get one last rush in. Shot, Hellebuck the save off of Bjorkstrand. And Krug will come up with it. Plays it back into his own zone for Falk. And 40 minutes will come to an end.
Well, better period here from USA, able to strike, and a couple more opportunities as Brock Nelson has them up 1-0.
Unassisted goal by Brock Nelson. Couple of chances for Oliver Bjorkstrand, but it's 1-0 USA. Brock Nelson, the only goal of this game, 1-0 in favor of Team USA. As we get set to start period number 3.
Oh, much of the same for USA. 18 shots in that second period. Only got one past Sebastian Dom.
Belarus leads the B pool, 10 points. Finland, Russia, USA, all at 9. So a win tonight for the United States, and that'll vault them back in the top spot. Belarus and Russia play the opening game here tomorrow. 12:15 local start. In across the line, Jeremy Moore lets the slap shot go. And the save made by Sebastian Dom.
I think it's been a shoot-first mentality for the U.S. since the start of that second period. Then a lot better driving the net, getting shots, rebounds. Sometimes just need to simplify things, and they seem to do that from the first period to the second. And we're able to capitalize with one and many other opportunities.
Larkin out to take the face-off against Jensen. Jensen out with the Bjorkstrand brothers. Centered in front, Larkin. Looking for some open ice. Gets it for Dan Sexton. Back for Larkin. Knocked off of his stick, and Jensen sends it ahead. Too far for Oliver Bjorkstrand and Justin Falk. For Krug, and Krug's long pass up the middle misses Larkin. And Denmark controls with Jensen. Nicholas Jensen and Jesper B. Jensen, the defense pair for Denmark. Bjorkstrand lets the quick shot go. Hellebuck to save and steers that aside. Another shot, another save. Oliver Bjorkstrand back to the line, and Nicholas Jensen the shot, and that is off the blocker of Hellebuck and out of play.
Well, we haven't talked much about Connor Hellebuck coming into the game. Stopped 51 of 53 shots and stopped all that have come his way in this game, and it's looked very comfortable in net. His rebound control has been good. He's pushing everything to the outside, to the corner, or out of that danger zone around the 10-foot area in front of the net.
Remember telling us last year that that was his first trip overseas for hockey, and didn't get to play last year, but certainly the experience was very good and has been very good for Team USA in this tournament. The 2015 World Hockey Championship, Ostrava and Czech Republic. Ostrava about a 3-hour train ride east of Prague. Vesey. The long pass looking for Seth Jones. Storm knocked that out of midair, back for Bodker. And up for Lordson. Oliver Lordson gets it into the USA zone. Mike Riley, nice little tight turn. Buys himself some space. Here comes Riley. Dishes off for Vesey. Jimmy Vesey looking for some room. The 21-year-old gets it in for Connor Murphy. And Connor Murphy shot off the bar.
I think that may have hit the post. A nice little play there by Vesey.
Hellebuck Plays it for Riley. Lead for Eichel. Eichel in the slot. That's that quick shot goal. And Sebastian Dom at the top of the crease makes the save.
Well, Connor Murphy with a good chance. Nice play by Jimmy Vesey, just rolling around the top of the circle. Murphy jumps in at the right time as Vesey finds him coming down that backside. Murphy tries to find some room short side, beats Dom, but can't beat the post as it rings off the iron.
Connor Murphy, 6'4", 210. The U18 and a World Junior gold for Team USA. Shot off the face-off, stopped by Dom. Krug tried to get it deep, could not. Bjorkstrand's in alone. And Connor Hellebuyck makes the save on the breakaway by Oliver Bjorkstrand.
Boy, Hellebuyck just looks so comfortable in net. No panic here as Krug tries to send it. It's a turnover. Bjorkstrand takes off, tries to go to the backhand. Hellebuyck stays with him all the way as he's able to stretch out, puts the blocker right in front. Good positioning by Connor Hellebuyck and a nice save.
Well, Todd Richards, the coach of Team USA, who's the coach of the Columbus Blue Jackets, has to be rather impressed with what he's seen from young Oliver Bjorkstrand. Falk leads the rush. Backhand all the way to the blue line. Bonino waiting for it there. Got away from him. Jeremy Morin lost his stick. Jensen drops it back, but there's Falk on it. And Falk looking for a line change will just send it deep.
Dustin Falk seems some discomfort as he's heading back to the bench after he dumped that in.
Keep an eye on that. Cross the line. Larkin drops it back. Slap shot by Matt Hendricks. Out of play.
Well, Connor Hellebuyck has been very good in this game when he's been tested. Very comfortable. Made a big save off Bjorkstrand earlier on in the game. Nice one off the redirect. Again off Bjorkstrand. He's had Oliver Bjorkstrand's number in this hockey game. But just positionally sound. Everything's pushed to the outside. Almost made it look a little bit easy here the way he's performed.
Mentioned his birthday coming up May 19th. It's someone's birthday today.
Yeah, since we're overseas, not there, and I'm going to miss Mother's Day too. My mom, Diane Knighty, I have to say a happy birthday.
Sexton plays it for Larkin. Larkin back to the line. The screen shot from Seth Jones goes off a body and out of play.
Jones just trying to get it through to the net. Had such a strong tournament last year. Led the U.S. in points. It's been paired up with a field. It's kind of been the top three of this team. Not really a top two. It's Falk, Krug, and Jones as Todd Richards uses all three of those players the most.
1-0 USA with the lead. Shot right off the face-off as Jimmy Vesey let that one go. It's another save by Sebastian Dom. This has been Jimmy Vesey's best game.
He's had opportunities here, a couple real good ones, and played well. Those young players, you think, though, coming out of college, takes a little time here just to adapt to maybe the bigger ice service into the play.
Shot by Ben Smith into the catching glove of Sebastian Dom.
Well, Ben Smith had 3 shots on goal. He's tied for the U.S. lead after 40 minutes, and a nice feed from Arcabella. Smith doesn't get all of it. It kind of rolls off the toe of his stick as he tries a little sweeping one-timer from the top of the circle.
Should we stand up and jump?
We'd definitely fit in if we did.
Yeah. Our broadcast location, she is shaking. We are literally in the stands is where we are here in Ostrava. In broadcast row, or rows, I guess. Jack Eichel has the loose puck off the face-off, sends it down low. In front of the net, Lordson and the netminder Dom got tangled up. Bjorkstrand for Oliver Bjorkstrand lets the wrist shot go. That's off a stick and out of play.
Well, some more good stick positioning. This time it's Krug, but Oliver Bjorkstrand, certainly I've heard his name a lot because he's had the puck a lot. He's had probably the most chances here for Denmark, some quality chances, hasn't been able to find the back of the net, and this is his first World Hockey Championship. He may notice a difference. We talk about the young players of USA, their first time here, adapting to the pace, to the speed, to the size. I'm sure the same thing for young Bjorkstrand.
He was really good at the World Juniors as Denmark won its first ever game at the World Juniors in Toronto. Here comes Dylan Larkin. Back for Sexton. Got away from him. Dylan Larkin stays on it. Centering pass for Sexton. And that shot to the short side off a leg and wide. Matt Hendricks giving chase. Christensen sends that ahead, deflection and off the crossbar and out of play.
Well, Sexton can't believe it. Another post here for the U.S. in the third period. Good job creating the turnover. Sexton, a little redirect over the left shoulder of Dom. A nice shot from the point. And it goes off the crossbar and out of play as USA so close here to adding to their 1-goal lead.
Nezhnekamps of the KHL is where...
Did you work on that one all night?
I did. I butchered it yesterday. I wanted to get it right today, and that may still not be right, but I think that's close. Around the boards. Played back in behind the net. And cleared down as Denmark trying to get some offense going. They're down by a goal. Here comes Matson. Plays this in behind Connor Hellebuck. Taken by Riley. Riley plays it for Anders Lee. Lee up for Bonino. And Bonino is going to get a penalty for taking the stick out of the hands of Nicholas Hart.
Well, Bonino's going to claim that he just lifted the stick, but Nicholas Hart can't have it as a battle for the puck, and he comes down on the stick twice. And it's the second one that knocks Hart's stick out of his hand, so an important power play here for Denmark, being down 1 goal in this game, and just an important penalty kill for U.S.
Third power play of the game for Denmark. Last 12 years in World Championship action for Denmark, 8th in 2010 is the best that they have finished. And they will be the host team in 2018, or the host country in 2018. Bjorkstrand back to the blue line. Jensen, shot from Spelling, kicked away. Justin Falk back out there. Nice outlet pass for Arcobello. Arcobello had trouble with it. Bounces around. Spelling is going to hold it in for Patrick Bjorkstrand. Plays it behind the net. Oliver Bjorkstrand cruising up high in the slot. And Trevor Lewis keeping a close watch on him. Bjorkstrand plays give and go on the far side with Jensen. To the blue line, Jensen tees it up and fired that one over top the net. Spelling for Bjorkstrand. Back to the line, and a good stick there by Arcobello.
Oh, great read by Arcobello there at the right time. Sunk far enough to take away the cross ice, but could react for that cross point pass.
Daniel Nielsen ahead for Jakobsen. Nicholas Hart tracks this down in the corner. At the line for Morton Green. Back for Martin Madsen. To the line. Jakobsen, Madsen in front, got a piece of it. Green centering that into the traffic in front of the net. And it got deflected away. Jakobsen on it again, watched by Dylan Larkin, and now Connor Murphy picks up the chase. Seth Jones jumps up on Green. Green takes the return feed. Sends it into the slot. Nicholas Hart played it back to the far side. And Madsen shot blocked, cleared away. Power play over as Bonino was out of the penalty box. Nicholas Hart knocked his man down. Matt Hendricks trying to jam this out of the zone does. USA trying to change. In from the left side, Nicholas Jensen lets the shot go. Hart trying to center it, and this will bounce out the center ice. Jesper Jensen for Nicholas Jensen. Back for Bodker. And Bodker back for Jensen. Jensen at center ice. Tied up there with Eichel. They both went down. And offside is called. 11:44 in regulation. It remains 1-0 USA. Well, we've talked a lot about Oliver Bjorkstrand, who is making his World Championship debut. Such a good line. Mads Eller and Nick Ehlers at the World Junior Championship as they led Denmark to their first World Championship or World Junior Championship victory. So some of the youngsters that Denmark has coming up. And Mads Eller, the brother of Lars Eller, plays for the Montreal Canadiens, and the Canadiens stayed alive with a victory in Tampa. There's a lead pass. There's Bjorkstrand in, and Connor Hellebuyck makes another save off of Oliver Bjorkstrand. Boy, has he been good. And I mean both of them. Bjorkstrand and Hellebuyck. Both the shot deflected at the side of the net by Trevor Lewis.
Oliver Bjorkstrand, probably first test here of some world-class goaltending against Connor Hellebuyck has had his number. Great quick release there. Krug just about to check Bjorkstrand. He went crashing into Hellebuyck after the play. But Oliver Bjorkstrand, a real heads-up play. Look at his older brother Patrick, but he has been off to the races a few times. The timing, the hockey sense, when to dash out of the zone. But it's been Connor Hellebuyck who's had the better of him.
2 years between the two Bjorkstrand brothers. Penalty coming up. It is going to go to Morton Green for holding. And you saw the frustration from him before the play even gets stopped here. Smith back to the line for Jones, for Gardner. Back for Jones, fakes the shot. Down for Gardner. Jones, and well, the stick seems to have stayed intact. Jones has it again. Arcabello, Bonino, nice dangle by Bonino, tried to put it to the back post. And it got stopped, and now a holding penalty to Morton Green.
Well, Morton Green has been arguing this like the whole time he's been on the ice. Right off the draw, the free hand, grabs the arm. Good job by Ben Smith just to keep his feet moving. And Morton Green complaining right away. This is his 12th World Hockey Championship. He's been the captain for the last, this will be his 5th straight year being the captain here for Denmark. And now the U.S. gets an opportunity with a man advantage here to try and extend their 1-0 lead.
USA 2 for 17 on the power play in the tournament. Denmark killing off 16 of 19. And this is the third power play of the game for Team USA. Justin Falk walks in, and getting a piece of that was Sebastian Dom. Jakobsen on the puck to the line, kept in by Krug. 5 points for Krug for Falk, and that shot got blocked by Lordson. Another blast from Krug, that one went wide. Trevor Lewis leaves for Eichel, for Falk, for Krug, and another save by Sebastian Dom. Eichel, the floater, back to the line for Brock Nelson, and that shot off a stick and wide, cleared down the ice by Jakobsen.
Oh, this is shooting gallery for the U.S. A couple blocks and a couple saves, but they definitely have that shoot-first mentality. And Todd Richards talked about it. He thought they were trying to overpass a lot on the power play. They needed to shoot, then that would create some open passing lanes.
Arcabello. Cross ice, USA on the power play for another 50 seconds. Jones looking for Krug. Plays it the opposite side. Bonino deflects it. Arcabello to the side. Centering pass gobbled up by Bjorkstrand. And Patrick Bjorkstrand will send this in on Connor Hellebuyck. Krug has made his way to the bench, the CCHA Player of the Year in 2012 at Michigan State. Andersley in the corner leaves for Nick Bonino. Riley back for Bonino, picked off by the long reach of Morton Madsen. Madsen now trying to work wide on Riley. Riley forces him behind the net. Centering pass, Connor Hellebuyck. Huge save off of Jesper Jensen.
Wow, Connor Hellebuyck, a great chance for Denmark just to come out of the box.
Storm in with the shot, and that goes off the stick of Riley and out of play.
Connor Hellebuyck, we've talked a lot about him, and with good reason. It's some good work by Madsen, and then Jensen jumping in from the point. Tees this up. Hellebuyck's pretty deep in his net at this point, and he's able to quick reaction and reflex as he comes up with the glove to make the save. Also helps being 6'4".
North American Hockey League Rookie of the Year in 2012 with the Odessa Jackalopes was Connor Hellebuyck. Matt Hendricks for Dylan Larkin, looking for Sexton up front, cleared away. 1-0 USA, 8 minutes left to go in regulation. Floater from the line, Dom the save, rebound, Dom the save. Sebastian Dom, terrific as he robs Dan Sexton. Cleared in by Paulson. Hellebuyck steered that away.
Well, we've been talking about Hellebuyck, but you look at the other end, Sebastian Dom has had a solid game himself.
Over in Prague, Latvia and Germany now tied 1-1. Icing called against Team USA.
Well, Jan Carlson's team very close still. They've kept this just a 1-goal difference, and his goalie's been a big reason for that. Still some time for them to try and find a way here to get it past Connor Hellebuyck.
Another blast got blocked. They lost to Slovakia in a shootout. Lost 3-0 to Finland. Lost 5-1 to Belarus. And then lost 5-2 to Russia. And this would be their best game of the tournament. They're down 1 to the U.S.
It's time.
Well, they've got the wave going here at Ches Arena in Ostrava. Between the hopping and the wave, they keep the building jumping.
Everyone's having a good time.
Yep. Krug back in his own zone. Signed as a free agent by Boston in March of 2012. Not a bad signing. Icing is called against Team USA.
Well, not a debut, bad debut by Krug also. Those playoffs. First to score 4 goals in first 5 games in a playoff as a rookie.
Played 1 regular season game that year. And then the playoffs that you mentioned, ended up playing 15 games for the Bruins. Nielsen for Oliver Lords, and his blast was blocked by Jimmy Vesey. Back at the line. Nielsen the shot, and that was a tougher save than it looked. It was a knuckler and an off-speed blast from Daniel Nielsen that Hellebuyck had to be careful with.
No, I don't think Nielsen got all of it, as you said, a kind of an off-speed towards Hellebuyck, but he stayed with it, stayed focused, and just easy glove catch. Look at Julian Jacobson.
36-19, the shots in favor of Team USA. So as much as Hellebuyck has had to make a lot of good saves, and he has, Sebastian Dom has been terrific for Denmark. Oliver Lauritsen back, turned it over to Bonino. Bonino gets it back from Lee. Couldn't fire it. And Nielsen ahead for Jakobsen. Circles behind his own net. Jakobsen trying to gain some speed. Pass goes off a skate. Nielsen has to cover up. Back for Lauritsen. Deflected in by Nicholas Hart. Denmark in a change, and Eichel takes that lead pass. Eichel with the quick release. Another save by Dom. That's his 40th shot that he has faced in this game.
He has been busy.
Jensen for Poulsen, and Poulsen's shot goes off Connor Murphy's stick. and up into the netting.
Well, Denmark trying to find a way here. U.S. is going to do a good job. They're going to sit back a little bit more here. They'll go on the offensive when they have the puck, but they get it deep. We've seen it from all teams at this point. It's you sit back a little bit between the blue lines, try and clog up that area, create those turnovers here to defend the lead.
Denmark back at it. The late game tomorrow night against against Norway. Norway with a huge win earlier today, as they will avoid relegation. In across the line. It was Paulson trying to take a whack at it. And then Slovenia and Denmark play on Tuesday. And we'll see or Monday. We'll see what that game means. Could mean a whole lot. Lewis, Arcabello the shot, and another save by Dom. Nelson with Patrick Bjorkstrand on him. Bjorkstrand takes it away for Jesper B. Jensen. Back for Bjorkstrand. Now back for Jensen. Jensen takes it wide. Forced to the corner by Justin Falk. Now Falk steps up on Jensen, gives him a rough ride into the sideboards. Nielsen at the line, slap shot, and Connor Hellebuck comes across and gobbles that up, no rebound.
Well, I have to keep it as long as Hellebuck can see the puck. Nielsen with the shot from the right point. Hellebuck makes the save. Well, the fans back at it here as time winding down in this third period. U.S. hanging on to that 1-0 lead. Seth Jones is going for a late change. Todd Richards has a little bit of a problem maybe there as Falk comes back on the ice.
Down that right side for Dan Sexton. He gets rubbed out by Nielsen. And Denmark back with Morten Madsen. Krug first on the puck. Madsen in on him. Dylan Larkin down low in a battle with Jakobsen. Nielsen at the blue line. Sends it in, and that may change directions off Nicholas Hart. And Connor Hellebuck with another save.
Well, Hellebuck with another good save. Shot from the point. Nicholas Hart gets the redirect. And it's the one you want as he goes right towards the 5-hole. But Hellebuck has that closed up and makes the save. You see the shot. Hart with a nice little change of direction. But Hellebuck nice and square with the puck.
Brock Nelson's unassisted goal at 7:54. As Arcabello, who's been so good in the faceoffs, gets set to take another one and wins another one. Brock Nelson's goal, the only tally of this game. Jimmy Vesey, Bodker closes in on him. Ben Smith on the loose puck, knocked off of his stick. And back for Poulsen. And Morten Poulsen getting more ice time here in the third period than he had the rest of the game. Poulsen out there now with Storm and Green and sent back into the Denmark zone. Nielsen forced to the far side boards, keeps on going. Gets it to the Team USA line. That's as far as it gets though. Jeremy Morin has some speed going after it near side. Lauritsen gets there first. Stopped at center ice, and Connor Murphy will carry it back in. This puts it in behind the Denmark net. Came to the front. Sebastian Dom, a couple of saves as Jeremy Morin got a whack at it.
Well, Lee had the first opportunity, another good chance.
Back in for Jensen, floats it wide. Race to the far side, and USA first on the puck is Nick Bonino. And he'll slide it in, and another line change for Team USA. Jesper Jensen, the defenseman, sends a high shot over top the net. Caroms around the boards and all the way back where Bodker has to hustle back with Eichel after him. Trevor Lewis reading the play. keeps it in for Brock Nelson. Nelson couldn't get a shot. And Madsen, he lost it to Trevor Lewis. Back for Brock Nelson, watched by Bodker. For Eichel. Eichel leaves it at the line. Krug puts it deep for Brock Nelson. Nelson at the line, gets it down low, and Madsen waits for it off the corner boards. For Jensen. Jensen gets forced in the corner by Eichel, and it's turned over. Dan Sexton. We are into the final 2 minutes. Jensen stopped at center by Sexton. Sexton back in with the wrist shot, steered away by Dom. Storm is after it. He's stopped. Sexton on the puck. Great job of forechecking here by Team USA.
Well, they've done a great job. They've been in Denmark's zone pretty much for the last 2 minutes.
Dylan Larkin to the front of the net. Almost got his own rebound. Larkin gets taken to the corner boards and finally onto the stick of Storm. But Storm can't get anywhere. He got squeezed out by Matt Hendricks. Back for Seth Jones. Jones on the short side, got it up top. And it goes off the arm of Sebastian Dom. We'll keep an eye on Dom with 1:07 to go. He follows his team up the ice. 6 attackers for Denmark. Down for Patrick Bjorkstrand. Jammed up in the corner by Seth Jones. Nielsen, Lauritsen, and that shot blocked by Bonino. Anders Lee, and this will be an icing call against USA.
Well, the USA, just some great pressure here. This is how to play with the lead. They play in the offensive zone. That's the best way to have defense. As we look at Sebastian Dom, he has been fantastic to keep this at a one-goal game and to give his team a chance here late in the period as Denmark uses their timeout, and Jan Carlson, the head coach, will call everyone around for instruction as the face-off will be in the U.S. zone.
Well, Dom has stopped 40 plus.
Well, he has, and Hellebuck had a solid game, and Oliver Bjorkstrand has had some opportunities in this game. The youngster, his first game, the 20-year-old, probably his best chance there as he puts it wide. Had a chance on the breakaway. Hellebuck with the blocker save. And he just kept coming. Another one with a quick shot to the left shoulder. And you mentioned Todd Richards, head coach for USA, head coach for the Columbus Blue Jackets, who drafted Bjorkstrand back in 2013 and 89th overall, has to be happy with what he's seen of their prospect.
And I'm sure he will get some questions from the Columbus Blue Jackets, from his management team, about the play of Oliver Bjorkstrand. 35 seconds, a one-goal game. Nielsen the shot, that got blocked. Bonino got in front of it. Larkin up for Bonino, but kept in by Nielsen. Cleared away from the front of the net by John Moore. Denmark, Jakobsen in across the line. That shot blocked. Jakobsen after it again. Trying to get it to the line, and Nielsen does. Nielsen watched by Bonino. Blocked in front of the net. Cleared away by Krug. And that will do it. A 21-save shutout for Connor Hellebuck. His first of the World Championships. And Team USA goes to 4-1.
Well, the U.S. wanted to defend better, and they certainly did. A strong performance from Connor Hellebuck. Brock Nelson leads the team in goals, gets the game winner in this, and a much better effort than what we saw against Belarus as U.S. moves in the right direction with the win.
9:54 of the second period. Brock Nelson unassisted. Connor Hellebuck 21 saves for the shutout, and Team USA wins it by a score of 1-0. Good night from Ostrava.
The 2015 IIHF World Hockey Championship from Prague and Ostrava, Czech Republic is brought to you by RBC. Proud to support hockey in Canada to help more kids reach their someday. By Imperial Oil. The Esso brand is the proud sponsor of Hockey Canada and Team Canada. By Nike, official gear of Canada's national hockey teams. And by TELUS, the biggest fans of Canada's biggest game.